Hey guys, okay, so I have been searching all of the new products that are coming out on Ulta, and I ran across this one. This is the Almay Skin Perfecting Healthy Biome Makeup with Prebiotic Complex in the shade 100 Fair. It says Nourish, Protect, Perfect, Hypoallergenic, Fragrance-Free, Broad Spectrum SPF 25 with sunscreen. It's this one. So I think this might be a kind of, I don't know, it says Healthy Biome, Skin Perfecting Healthy Biome Makeup. So it doesn't say that it's a tinted moisturizer. So we'll just see. This was the lightest shade, I believe, in 100 Fair. So we're gonna try this out today. I do have a little bit of concealer on this eye right here with a review on that coming up. It's a nice little squeeze tube. It's got a seal, so that's nice to keep it fresh. Oh, okay. I was really worried, like, we'll see what happens, but I was kind of worried with this, what am I trying to say? Shade right here, that it's gonna be too pink, too neutral, which always ends up being too pink, but it does look really neutral when I took the little, I'm just gonna shake it up real quick, when I took the seal off, the little bit of foundation that's on the seal looked much more neutral than this one. This one's looking a lot more pink, so it looked a bit more gray. We'll see. Let's just check it out real quick. Yeah, it looks a lot more neutral than the actual packaging does. The packaging looks a lot more pink. This looks much more neutral, which is fine. It's not as gray actually, but it does look more neutral. I'm not sure like how they do that. Since I've got the concealer on my eye here, I'm gonna apply it to the side first, and we'll just see how it goes so you can kind of get an idea of the coverage. I don't know why they put that almost like that dark gray pigment in a neutral foundation. That just makes my skin look dark. If it's just neutral without that gray undertone, it works out better for me. Okay, now I was expecting this to be a tinted moisturizer because I wasn't, you know, really paying attention to the packaging. So I'm not sure that it is, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a brush for this. I don't know why I had it in my head that this was gonna be a tinted moisturizer. It's very thin, and it seems like it's low pigment. So this is probably going to be a light coverage type of foundation. And actually, from my face to the mirror, it's looking good as far as like looking very natural. Doesn't seem overly glowy. And in a second, I'll check the, I used the entire amount. I feel like the brush is soaking up a bit of the product. I'll check the tube in a minute and see what the claims are. I don't ever look too far into these items because I just want a pretty fresh idea of what it's gonna be like if I was walking through the store, saw this on the shelf and was like, oh, I'm totally gonna try that, and then just see what happens. That's what I like, that's what I enjoy, that's the kind of videos that I enjoy making, so that's usually what happens. Okay, it just says Skin Perfecting Healthy Biome Makeup instantly hydrates and reinforces skin's healthy barrier with prebiotic complex. So it doesn't give any coverage claims. I think it's just supposed to be your natural looking, which really does look good actually, your most natural looking makeup. I think that's really what Almay is about. Skin tone evening kind of makeup. Okay, let me give you guys a little bit of a close-up. This is where I always have a problem here and also around my mouth. It tends to look crepey and makeup-y right here, and then right here, usually foundations, if they're gonna give me a problem, they stick in all my pores, which is not happening as bad as it could be, but you can still kind of see the makeup. The rest of my skin, any dry patch I have, like right here, I've got a little bit of a dry patch around who knows what happened there. It could have been a spot or whatever, but that's looking a little bit crusty. So if you have dry skin, this may not be the best idea for you. Yeah, anywhere where there's a dry patch, it is clinging pretty bad. To the point where there's so many other foundations in the world that I wouldn't say run out and get this one. If you have oily skin, it may work out better for you. So, but I will, I'll go ahead and even myself out, and I might just try fingers and see if that helps out a little bit. I do like the shade though. It's neutral without that gray undertone, and it is pretty fair. Yeah, I do like the shade. So if you are a fair-skinned lady like me and you have a hard time finding fair enough foundations that aren't too pink or too orange, you may like this for shade. If you have dry skin, you probably will not like this at all, because I don't have dry skin necessarily, but I do have dry patches, and it's clinging to every one of them that I have. Now I've got an active spot right here that's been giving me trouble, so we'll just see if it clings to that. Otherwise, I feel like it's looking pretty natural. So again, if you don't have dry skin, you may like this. Give you guys an up close. Yeah, everywhere I have like any piece of crustiness. This spot's not giving me any trouble, but it might just be because it's not dry enough to do that, to give me trouble at this point. My pores look better on this side. Okay, what it is doing is making my skin look more dry. So, depending on how you do your makeup, I never use a primer. I only ever moisturize and use that as my primer step. I do have primers in my collection, and I may start using them just to use them, because I can't stand to have them sitting there not being used and be a waste. But we'll see. I almost never do, because I'm a creature of habit, and if I haven't formed that habit yet, I'll just automatically forget to use them and just forget they're there, forget about it completely. That's just the way I am. But again, I don't use primer, so if you're a primer using person, this might work out for you. So I'll put the price and everything in the description. I'm not sure how worth it is for you to have all these steps just to make it look decent. But if you already do those steps, then you may like a product like this. You'll just have to see if it works out for you. For me, someone who doesn't use primers, doesn't want to go through 10,000 steps to make a foundation look good, this is not probably the best idea for me, because it's making my skin look too dry. Some of the pluses are good shade for fair girls, and light coverage, but very evening on the skin. So if I look just from my face to the mirror, it looks actually really nice. The shade looks good. It doesn't look cakey or makeup-y, or it does look matte. It is very matte feeling, and it does feel like it's setting down. It's not sticky at all. You know, I would say this is geared more towards oily skinned girls. And if you have oily skin, you may like this if you're looking for light coverage, but a good evening natural makeup kind of makeup. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I will update all my thoughts in the description or the comments. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.